Hitting a new low, President Trump's approval rating dropping to 36%, according to Gallup. But don't write off the president just yet. Some former presidents have suffered from even lower approval numbers and saw these numbers bounce back. Here now is Doug Wead, presidential historian and former special assistant to George H.W. Bush. I always make the mistake of that. Good to see you, sir. Thanks for coming in. We should mention that by the time Ronald Reagan, there's your book, Game of Thorns, by the time Ronald Reagan left office, his approval rating went way up to 63%. So there's no telling what happens now compared to what will happen at the end of his term.
That's absolutely right. The mainstream media should not be popping the champagne just yet. We've had 8 presidents, David, in recent times, in modern times, who had lower approval ratings than Donald Trump has right now. And in the first 100 days, you'll remember John F. Kennedy experienced the Bay of Pigs. It was a disaster, but he gave that great speech a year later at Rice. We choose to go to the moon, not because it's easy, but because it's hard. And he's one of our most beloved presidents.
Absolutely.
And Reagan was shot in his first 100 days. Only thing he signed was some support bill about dairy price supports, but he is ranked by history as one of our greatest presidents. They say Lincoln saved the Union, but Reagan saved humanity.
And you know what unites both JFK, John Kennedy, and Ronald Reagan is that their numbers turned around, their popularity numbers turned around when they got the tax cuts in. We had these great JFK tax cuts, tax rates came down, the economy boomed. The same thing happened with Reagan. Maybe there's a lesson there for Trump.
That's a great point. And, you know, in Game of Thorns, analyzing Trump's style, he tried to build that neighborhood in Riverside. He got resistance, strong resistance. He said, okay, went off and built something near Wall Street, built Trump Tower, built the tallest residential building in the world near the UN. But he came back to Riverside, and today the people that live there and they look out at the lazy sailboats in the bay, they don't even know that's a Donald Trump neighborhood. That's how I see him coming back to health care. He'll leave it, but he'll come back when the time's right.
We'll see. Finally, the media. The media has just been relentless in trying to tear down Trump so far. Look at these headlines. The Trump presidency is already a joke. The soul-sucking, attention-eating black hole of the Trump presidency. Has any president ever received headlines like this?
Well, they have, but not this early. I'm reminded of Lee Corso's great line, "Not so fast, my friend." I mean, Trump's got a lot left in him, and it's exciting. And the best way to tell is that stock market. That's where people put their money, and they're putting their money on Donald Trump, that he's going to figure all this out.
Doug Wead, great to have you here again. Thank you very much for coming back.
David.
Appreciate it. Melissa.